Down here in the basement is the Lego vault. It's very, very special. It's quite sensitive. And in fact, no one's ever been allowed down here with a TV camera before, but we have permission. Come and see this. It's amazing. These are special, fireproof, rolling archive shelves. And what they have on these is one example of every Lego set ever produced since 1958. Still in its original box, still with all the parts present. That way, if anyone ever tries to rip off a Lego set, make a copy, or dispute what the contents were, they can come here and say, no, you are wrong. Here is an original. So I'm going to wind it open. 1958 to 1972. The first era of Lego. Now the Lego people tell me that when they have somebody down here, you can always tell when they were born, because that's the point in the chronological archive when they catch their breath and go, I remember that. So this is the very beginning, 1958. I don't really recognise that. But as we move up here into the 60s and early 70s, that's beginning to look very familiar. There you go, look. That's how I remember it. Oh, you've even put the date on it for me. 1969, so I was 6. That seems about right. Yay, look. I mean, we all know that the 1960s were terrible, as were the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, because the best age is the current age. But you can't help looking at this, and you somehow imagine it was better. But let's not be sentimental. It was rubbish. Your shoes didn't fit. The food was terrible. Most people didn't have telephones and central heating or showers. The cars were awful. And you had to go on holiday in places like Blackpool. Isn't that great? That's made with standard bits, look. The windows and the slopey bricks and the square bricks and the wheel set. Those are even the bits for roofing a house. And it looks like Lego, but it also looks like a London bus. That is possibly the perfect Lego model, in my view. Look at the happy children with their adult haircuts. When you open this big board up, you get the beginnings of the town planning system. That's where you built your Lego houses. It was very topical back in the 50s because this was happening in a lot of Europe. A lot of the place was being torn down and rebuilt in a modern style, so you could do it for yourself with Lego. And you too, at the age of 7, could have the same hairstyle as your grandmother. You're 7 years old now, girl. It's about time you started looking 75.